improv show on LinkedIn. So, what you're going to be seeing today is a competition between 3 competitors. They are all going to give a PowerPoint presentation that they have never seen before. They have not been prepared for this, but they have to go up there and give the presentation as though they've seen it before. So you are going to be meeting your contestants in just a moment. You can see up here, we have 3 topics today: brand strategy, leadership development, and sales closing techniques. And those are going to serve as the basis for today's show. So before we meet our first competitor today, I want to say hello. I'm your host, Chris Bogue. This is Death by PowerPoint. This is my show. I am an improviser. I am a coach. I specifically coach people to get on video and make business content and video sales prospecting content that's going to help their business. And you might be asking yourself, Chris, why are you doing this? It's a fair question. I do this because improv is a crucial part of me. I've been doing improv shows and sketch comedy shows almost all my life. And I've discovered that the world is full of amazing, talented people and not enough opportunities to do cool stuff. So I don't see anybody having fun on LinkedIn, so I just decided I'm going to do it. So this is my show. We're going to get started here in just a minute. But before I do get started, I want to hear from you in the audience. So if you are watching this live, go ahead, jump into the show, jump here into the comments, and let us know which topic you want to start with first. So again, up here at the top, we've got brand strategy, leadership development, and sales closing techniques. So if you're watching this live, go ahead, drop a comment in. You can drop a 1 or a 2 or a 3, or let us know which of the topics you want to see first. So I'm going to give you all a minute to comment. Let me know. And please, somebody leave a comment because we have problems with Restream sometimes. So definitely need to know that the platform is still working. So drop a comment. Let us know which topic you want to see first. And let's also give a shout out today to our sponsors. So Death by PowerPoint today is brought to you by 2 wonderful sponsors, Pitchfire and TLDV. So Pitchfire is the company that pays you to respond to salespeople. If you go to pitchfire.com, they are a friend of the show. And if you're sick of getting pitched by salespeople all the time, Pitchfire might be for you. It's a service that actually pays you to respond to salespeople. So you don't even have to take a demo. You just respond to them. You get paid. It's awesome. They're sponsor number 1. And we're also sponsored today by TLDV. So TLDV is the AI meetings assistant that works with all the programs your team uses. That's Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meets, CRMs like HubSpot and Salesforce. TLDV works with all of it to come up with AI summaries to keep you and your team up to date with what's really important. You can check them out for free at tldv.io. They are a proud sponsor today. And once again, go ahead, jump in. Today's show is going to be largely determined by the viewers. So we're going to be getting suggestions from you for the order that we're going to go in. And also at the end of the show, you're going to be choosing who won the competition. So get in there. I do not see any comments yet. It's going to be very sad if no one comments on this. So please go ahead, whether you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, drop a comment. Let us know which of these 3 topics you want to see first. And let's give it up for our first contestant today, Lauren Surman. Lauren, welcome to Death by PowerPoint. Hello.
Hello, hello. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you. So have you ever played Death by PowerPoint before or ever done anything like this before, Lauren?
I've definitely never done anything like this before at all in my life. First time.
That's okay. Well, the way I look at it is how much worse could it possibly be than regular LinkedIn content? Probably not.
I mean,
not that much, right?
It's pretty cringe anyway. So how bad could I be comparatively? Let's go.
Excellent. All right. Well, we are going to get this started off. We're going to kick this off. Let's start with topic number 2, leadership development. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to drop out of here. I'm going to give you a count of 3, and then we're going to get started. This is Death by PowerPoint. Here we go.
All right, everybody. My name is Lauren Surman. Today, we're going to talk about leadership development and a big hello from your new boss, me. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Shh, shh, shh. no talking during this presentation. This will be my presentation. It is not yours. Again, leadership development. Do those words go together? Yes, they do. On the next slide, I'm going to show you just how much those two words really interact and go together from your new boss, which is me. All right, let's go. So first of all, you need to know the rumors that you heard about me, those are false. Take those with a grain of salt. Those were not true. Y'all need to stop gossiping before people come in and get to like make their own mark. All right. So I've been through some leadership development recently. You guys are going to see that through this presentation. I think you're going to be pretty excited that I am your new boss coming into this team. Now remember, no gossiping like they're doing in the picture. The rumors are false. All right, moving on. Honesty is our number 3 value. I know a lot of people are like, you got to be honest first. Stop right there. Stop in your tracks. Why would we be honest first? That does not come first. That does not come second. In true leadership development, honesty is number 3. You can never be too honest with your team. If you tell them everything, they will know, they will plot against you, and they will develop more than you are. So remember, I promised to love you all while we're going through this process. As long as you don't talk, as long as you don't gossip, you don't believe the rumors you heard about me, you remember that we're going to get through this together. We're not going to be completely honest with each other. Just like I'm not going to be honest with you, you're not going to be honest with me. That's number 3. So get that ingrained inside of you right now. If you're too honest with me, I don't want you on my team. You're going to get canned. Okay. Now, Deborah, I don't know if it's just your name, Deborah. I don't like saying it. You're the one who I think started all those rumors. So Deborah, stop gossiping. We don't like Deborah. Honestly, there's 2 of you I don't like more than Deborah. Deborah was number 3. But since we're going to have honesty as our number 3 one, I thought I'd get that out there right now. Deborah, you're just not at the top of the totem pole. You're like the very bottom rung. So work harder and develop on those skills. Now, this is my spirit animal. You might think that this is a kangaroo sloth thing. Realistically, it's just me being tired all the time from listening to y'all on my team. You guys need some development. Shh. Remember, let me sleep and take my naps. While you're working and being productive, my leadership development is sleeping and resting so that we can do more together as a team. All right. Now, ask me for feedback. Because I'm not holding a gun. Don't worry. I can give you feedback. It'll be great feedback. I am going to hold a briefcase. Maybe I'll hit you with the briefcase if the feedback is bad. But I'm not ever going to hold a gun. I have an open door policy. I want you to come in. I want you to ask for feedback. But then remember, you're going to be quiet after that. And you're going to listen to the feedback that I give you. And then you're not going to speak. That's how this is going to work really well for both of us. Now, I'm going to send you home with an assignment. I know how much you all love assignments. Please, please go and tell me about all of your friends so that next time I can gossip about you and your friends instead of you all gossiping about me to the team. And then we can develop on this relationship that we're building and we can all be better off and work together as a great department. Thank you so much for watching this presentation today from your new boss, Lauren Surman.
Everybody give it up for Lauren Surman. Lauren, you were joking, right?
What did I say?
I was watching. I'm like, wow, she's really naturally just fallen into this character, you know?
I have no idea what I just said. I think I blacked out for 5 minutes.
I loved it. Honesty. The most honest thing we could say is that honesty is our number 3 policy.
Number 3, y'all.
You want honesty? Honesty does not come first here.
Absolutely not. You get canned if you're honest. Fire.
Exactly. Everybody, give it up for Lauren Surman. Thank you very much, Lauren. If you are watching this live, go ahead and jump in here. We want to hear from you. What did you learn from Lauren's presentation? I learned that I'm not going to say any rumors about her if she's my boss because she seems like she has ways to hurt me. So that being said, we're going to keep rolling right along here with the show. And now we've got to choose between our next topic. So next you're going to see a presentation either on brand strategy or sales closing techniques. So if you're watching this live, go ahead, drop a comment. Do you want to see a presentation about brand strategy, or do you want to see a presentation about sales closing techniques? So go ahead, drop the comment into the show, and let's go ahead and introduce contestant number 2, Linda Melone. Linda, welcome to Death by PowerPoint.
Thanks so much, Chris. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Have you really? Because
No. I meant I've been dreading this all week. No.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Hey, look, at least it's not a real PowerPoint presentation.
Right. Where I'm actually prepared, because what fun is that?
Exactly. Yeah. So I guess we're going to go here. So again, I don't know what's happening with Restream if we're not seeing comments in time, but I haven't seen what number 2 is going to be. So let's just go with brand strategy.
Love it.
All right. So this is a presentation about brand strategy. This is Death by PowerPoint. Linda Melone, I'm going to give you a countdown. I'm going to jump out of here, give you a countdown of 3, and then we're going to get started. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So
my name is Linda Melone, and I'm going to talk to you today about broccoli and how it really needs a rebrand. I mean, who likes broccoli? Right. And I think the big problem with broccoli is that it's just gotten such a bad reputation over the years, and it really could use a complete reworking of how it's presented to people so that they don't see it as this smelly, cruciferous vegetable that smells up their kitchen while they're cooking it in the microwave. Maybe that's just me. So is this what we stand for? So you have broccoli soup. You have all different ways you can make broccoli. You can put it in a smoothie. You can make ice cream out of it. So what do we stand for when we talk about broccoli? Is it that it's a healthy vegetable? Is it that it's tasty? It needs a whole new approach that will make it a lot more enticing so people will start buying it and eating it. And also, don't forget, brock is dead. Brock looks very dead. And I think this is the problem right here. You have these sorts of, I was going to say people, but he's not quite a person, who are representing what is supposed to be a tasty, healthy food. And so by rebranding broccoli, we can put this aside, substitute something else. Pretty much anything would be better than this thing, right? So next time you're making dinner, you also want to remember that little Stephanie knows what she wants, and she is hiding from the broccoli because she already has heard the rumors on the street that it's an awful tasting thing. She probably has never even had it. She's starting to take a little peek at it. Maybe she'll try it. It is not something she's looking forward to. So if it's something that is presented in a different way, and she starts at a younger age learning how good broccoli is, it would help tremendously, especially when you have like a Nicolas Cage lookalike eating broccoli out of what appears to be a dog food bowl. Now, I don't know if the dog, if Nicholas is tasting broccoli from the dog food bowl, or if it's just a weird shape bowl. But whatever it is, you need to have a way to present it that's better than looking like it's in a trough or in a bowl that the dog is going to eat out of, because that is not the way to rebrand. So you want to remember the 3 F's. For one, the first F is to make it fun. Make broccoli fun. Maybe you make it so that you decorate a plate with it and make a structure out of it that kids will like, and they'll forget that it's even a vegetable. And you also, along the same lines, you want to have a flair. So this would be something that's even, maybe you add a sauce to it. You kind of disguise it. And the last one would be to have fun, which I think I already mentioned. So it's interesting why this person is so hungry for this broccoli. This doesn't even look like normal broccoli. It looks genetically modified, if we're being honest here. Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's about taking broccoli, tweaking a couple of the chromosomes. Does broccoli have chromosomes? I don't know, but it has something different about it that may attract people who wouldn't normally eat broccoli. So you have to make it interesting. And the surprise is Nick is waiting downstairs just for you. And it sounds like it might be ominous, but he could just have, maybe he has a broccoli souffle. Now that's not bad because you have the eggs and you have the other ingredients. You may not even know. Maybe there's not that much broccoli in it, but he is downstairs waiting for you right now. So wherever you are, if you don't have it downstairs, then just go outside and find some stairs. I don't know, but this way you will be able to meet him. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.
All right, everybody, give it up for Linda Melone, rebranding broccoli with the 3 Fs. Fun.
Not the third one.
Flair.
And fun.
And fun.
The timer kicked in before I realized.
Thank you very much, Linda. That was wonderful. If you are watching this live, this is Death by PowerPoint, the only improvised show on LinkedIn. We are broadcasting on LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter and a bunch of websites right now. So if you are watching this, go ahead, leave a comment. It really helps the show when you do. Drop here and let us know, what did you learn about branding from the last presentation? I probably learned something. I'll have to think about it. So jump in here, and we've got one more presentation we're going to do. We're going to watch a presentation on sales closing techniques, and then you at home are going to vote for who is the winner today. So get ready for that. We've got one more performer, and let's go ahead and meet him right now. Please welcome Ray Engen to the show. Ray, hello.
Chris, how are you?
Good, man. I love doing this to people.
Well, I was thinking that maybe the title is actually a real life situation. This might be the last thing I ever do.
Yeah, well, that would be a big win for me.
That would probably go viral if right in the middle, just bam, out I go.
I remember Ray. He went to my show.
He got Bogue. He got Bogue.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, that is probably not the last thing anybody wants before they die. But thanks a lot. Ray, your topic is going to be sales closing techniques. Are you ready for Death by PowerPoint?
Absolutely. Let's rock and roll this thing.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump out of here. I'll give you a countdown of 3, and then we are going to get started. Death by PowerPoint.
All right, people. What's it going to take to put you in my presentation today? If you're going to buy my presentation today, I'll give you a really good deal. To overcome any objection in sales, what you need to do is carry a huge weapon. When you have that weapon, they're afraid to say no. And when they're afraid to say no, they're happy to say yes. And guns equal happiness. We've seen that across the country these days. The more guns, the happier we are. Don't get an AR-15, get 15 AR-15s and get them all, get them ready because we're closing some deals today. We're closing them right now. I'm coming to your town to do this next thing. I'm going to master the pigeon technique. When you master the pigeon technique, what you got to do is you got to get your head bobbing and weaving and strutting a little bit. So it is Mick Jagger's birthday, so it looks a little bit like Mick Jagger walking down the street right there. And you're going to have your AR-15s at the side walking like Mick Jagger, but Keith Richards will survive any technique you throw at him, no matter how hard you do. You're going to have to go to Sweden, change your blood, and then you'll change your sales technique. That's part of the pigeon technique, but it's not as good as this one. Step 1, strut your stuff. As a pigeon, when you strut, you notice you never see baby pigeons. That's because they're out practicing the pigeon strut. They know how hard they have to sell because they're not the cutest bird. They're like rats in a city, and they've got to strut their stuff to people to throw corn at their feet, which I don't know why people are carrying corn in the middle of a city, but that's what they wait for. They're carrying the corn, not a can of corn. It's live corn. It's real corn. It's grown in the corn belt. So number 2, if they say it's too expensive, say, what are you, crazy? You're an idiot. You need to buy my stuff and you need to buy it now because your life is worthless. My stuff will make it so you're not expensive anymore. Oh my God, get with the program. We're here to sell you some stuff. I don't care what it is. You don't care what it is. Just buy it and let's move on and have some. What's it going to take to put you in the deal today? If it doesn't work, just start crying. And if you look like a 9-year-old when you're crying, they'll hug you. And when they hug you, then you can reach behind and grab their wallet and find out how much money they really had, because it doesn't matter what they say. When they say no, they really say no to themselves and the future they have. But you need to do this. You need to change the subject. You know, a platypus has no stomach. I'll wait while you look it up. But it's true. Now, nobody forgot. Everybody forgets that I'm selling them something. So when that platypus, they're looking up on Google, platypus has no, why, yes, it does. It does not have a stomach. Oh my God, let's change that. So I can sell you the stomach of a platypus on a platter if you want it so hard that you knew the next step. The next step is this. What do they care about? They care about 50 cents, $50, $500, $5,000. If you carry a good knife, when you have a good weapon, it's going back to the beginning. When you've got a good weapon, then you can close any deal, because they don't want to have anything staining their money. They just want to have fun. And if you have weapons, then you show them how to have fun, because that's what they've been waiting there for their whole lives. They really do. And don't let them forget this. The final thing, when you've really got to sell, the most important thing that really closes every single deal, it never, ever loses. The last thing you ever want to do to close a sale, it's going to be this one thing, the one thing that you can never do in a selling presentation is you end your presentation with a thank you slide.
Everybody give it up for Ray Engen. Ray, how to close the deal. I actually looked, the second you said the thing about platypuses not having stomachs, I looked it up. That's true.
Yeah, they do not have stomachs. Poor guy.
Esophagus straight to the intestines. Echidnas too, Knuckles, like from Sonic and Knuckles. Also doesn't have a stomach.
There's no fat platypus.
I never seen one.
No, they don't come. I've never seen one at a Weight Watchers meeting.
No. Well, everybody give it up for Ray. Thank you very much. Everybody give it up for all three of our performers. So now we are going to hear from today's wonderful sponsors, and we are going to come back and we are going to crown who the winner is. They are going to win the prize of being crowned smartest person in the world. So I'm going to go. We're going to hear from Pitchfire and TLDV right now. If you are watching this live, now is your time to vote. Go in there and drop the name of the person who won, either Lauren, Linda, or Ray. Okay, so Lauren taught us about leadership development. That was our new boss. Then we had Linda, who had a new brand strategy for broccoli. And then finally, Ray closed it out by teaching us how to overcome any sales objection. So go ahead, drop a comment in there. Who do you want the winner to be? Are you voting for Lauren, Linda, or Ray? Go ahead, drop your comments now, and let's give a thanks to today's wonderful sponsors. We'll go ahead and we'll hear from them right now. Powerpoint is brought to you by TLDV.
There's all sorts of competitions that salespeople have. Who made the most calls? Who made the most money? Nobody is competing for who spent the most time taking notes in the CRM. That's why you need TLDV. TLDV is the AI note taker that tracks everything you're doing from all the programs that your team uses and integrates with CRMs like Salesforce and HubSpot. Stop relying on your teams to take notes and track their own processes. Start using TLDV. Get your free trial at tldv.io.
Death by PowerPoint is also brought to you by pitchfire.com.
Do you feel overwhelmed because salespeople are constantly pitching you? Well, shut your whiny mouth and sign up for pitchfire.com instead. Pitchfire is the only website that will pay you to respond to salespeople. What are you waiting for? Quit writing your angst-filled LinkedIn post and go sign up for Pitchfire today at pitchfire.com.
Okay, we are back, and you have weighed in, and it looks like our winner today is Lauren Surman. So, Lauren, are you still here, or did you have to run? Okay, Lauren is still here. Lauren,
Hey.
You won Death by PowerPoint and have been crowned smartest person in the world. Congratulations.
As long as I can stay your boss, we're good.
Yeah, well, now you won the prize, which is you get to do a mystery presentation with me. Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you very much for everybody who's been watching. We're going to close it out after this. This is our final presentation. Me and Lauren doing a mystery deck that has been submitted to me. I have no idea what's in it. Thanks everybody for watching Death by PowerPoint. I'm going to be live next week. I will be going live with Miss Laura Erdem. Check out our comedy sketch dropping next week. And let's get this started with a final presentation. So here we go. And welcome to today's presentation. So everybody, today we're going to be talking about mastering the perfect poker face in every discovery meeting. My name is Raphael Smith, and this is my daughter, Helen. Hey, Helen.
Hey, Raphael, Dad, how are you doing today?
Thanks. Hope you didn't embarrass. Hope you don't feel a little embarrassed. I thought I would leave a little embarrassing slide there for the first one. You know, I'm always embarrassing you.
No, I think that's perfect. The photo of you from when you were a child. Perfect.
I know, right? So don't call HR on me. All right. So first off, here's how I do it. So watch. Now you can see in that picture right there. Now to the untrained eye, I am just broadcasting my joyous feelings to the world. But my daughter knows better, right? Because if Daddy's smiling, he's probably hiding something.
Yeah, there's no happiness when the smile comes out. It is a facade.
It's
But if
always
he smiles,
strategic.
if he smiles all the time, you never know what he's thinking. Imagine growing up with someone like that. I had to learn the best poker face around. I don't do it like that. Watch.
Yeah. All right. Now here we go. So, yeah, and the idea here is you always want to stay close, but not too close. So my philosophy is stay close enough so people know that I'm always a few steps away from them, but don't ever actually let them know anything about my true feelings, because that could potentially expose me to vulnerabilities. And that's not what my life is about. And my daughter has learned over time that I never allow anyone to get too close to me.
No, you can't be the guy with the torpedo. You have to be the guy in the background watching from a safe distance. Always being close enough to know what's going on, but not too close. Do you remember the first slide? The smells he made in the bathroom growing up were awful. If you were too close, you could smell the smell. So make sure you're far enough away that you're involved, but you're not too close.
Yeah, nothing smells if you're far enough away. Which brings me to my next slide. So being authentic is your secret. So now I know you might be saying, hey, isn't that a complete lie because you just mentioned that you never let anybody get really close to you? Well, that's a little bit different than being authentic. So as my daughter will explain to you, telling the truth and being authentic, two different things.
Two different things. And if I'm being straightforward with you, the only thing that I care about being authentic is your signature on my contract. The rest of it doesn't really matter. The secret is just getting that authentic signature and moving on.
If they believe it, it's authentic. That's what I say. So the other secret here is to lead with passion, right? So let's just be honest here, right? I'm a total fraud, right? Every business I've ever been involved in is a total fraud. So why do I have so much money? It's because I have passion. And Helen, if there's one thing I've taught you, it's that if you can have people be passionate, you can have them do anything.
You can lead people directly off the cliff. You can do anything if you're passionate enough about it. But remember, when you are the blind leading the blind, you have to be so passionate that the people can feel where they're following. Because remember, they're blind.
Yeah, and you have to manifest it. You have to manifest it. You know, I don't say I can lead my team off a cliff. I say I get to lead my team off a cliff. All right, I will lead my team off a cliff. It's all about the decisions you make, right? So by following the person in front of you who seems to know where they're going, yeah, This is just fine. You see,
That's how Humpty Dumpty fell off the ledge.
yeah, and everybody there looks pretty fine.
They all look
Right.
fine, but look at their expressions really deep down. Do they want to be the broken egg?
You know what I see when I look at their expressions is I just see passion, and as we've discussed,
That's
that's
because they're
never bad.
making your face. They're making your face, Dad. You can't tell what they feel.
Oh yeah,
You
and
can't
especially
tell.
yeah, and especially if somebody is making that face because they just watched somebody die. Don't get too close. Trust me on this one. Don't get too close. Maintain your distance.
You'll get the
And
blood spatter.
yeah, exactly. And then that's when you get to close. Which spoiler alert: if you're sitting around going, you're not closing, right? A closer's got a very specific face on, and it's this.
Pass
See?
me the coffee. I'm going to close.
Helen, you just closed that coffee deal. What a scowl. My girl is a natural born scowler. She knows how to grimace. Now, I'm going to say this here. Embrace the reply all button, right? So,
Don't reply all. No, don't reply all.
oh, see, this is actually a little disagreement we have. On the left, she's a big fan of don't reply all. I say embrace the reply all button because people just have to hear from you all the time. They
No,
have to
that's a
hear from
little
you all the
sus.
time.
That's too
Well,
authentic for me. That's too authentic for me. Don't reply all. Why would we be that authentic, Dad?
Well, because if they don't hear from you, they're gonna forget you, and if they forget you, they might as well not even be listening to you. So, I guess what we're trying to say is reply all the time, but
Then don't
sometimes
reply
don't
all.
reply. Then don't exactly.
Then
Yeah.
don't reply all. Reply all sometimes, and the next time don't.
All right.
We're talking about you again. This is your slide.
I'm just gonna slip past this one. I don't even know why I put that one there. And final thought: remember, just scream about stuff. Again, this is business here. None of it really matters. What matters is you are passionate.
If you're squawking, you're closing. Be a closer. Get a cup of coffee.
If I don't hear you squawking, I want to hear you squawking now. You squawk the squawk, you walk the walk.
Let's hear the squawk.
Ah! Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been Death by PowerPoint. Have a great weekend. Congrats, Lauren, sir.